Welcome to our first ever edition of SHS Today. I'm Brenden Nault, and with me is Devin Norris. Devin?
It's great to be here today, Brenden. I'm excited to be able to be a part of this news program, providing news, sports, and entertainment information to the Salem High School community.
Sean and Christy talked to Mr. Hazel and some fellow classmates to find out more information about the new SBD TV and SHS Today.
Why do you enjoy being a part of this show?
Well, it's a lot of fun to do a newscast. I think it's good for you guys to get into the news business, get into broadcast journalism as part of the curriculum, but more importantly, to get information out to all the students and parents and everybody so that this becomes a place for information that weekly they can count on us to bring them information about what's going on in the school, what's going on with athletics, with the arts, with all of those things. So that's why I really enjoy doing a show like this, and I'm hoping that it catches on.
I enjoy it mostly because I'm around all my friends. We were in the same TV class last year. We had our old teacher, Mr. McHugh, and it was a pretty fun time. And we got to learn a little bit about the cameras, the equipment, made some projects, music videos, things like that. And I personally think that it's a great class for anybody who is interested in any kind of media, making videos, doing anything like that. I think it's perfect. And even if you are not the type of person that wants to be on camera, I mean, it's really cool because there's other things you can do. Like you can do audio, you can be behind the camera, you can be the technical director, the director, you can write scripts, all kinds of things. So there's plenty of things that you can do in the class. And I think the diversity of the students, not only, but the teachers, the equipment that we have, everything, I think that's what makes this class so special. And that's why I love being a part of it.
I enjoy being a part of this show is because, like, I don't know, it's weird from last year because last year we were TV1 and all we did was kind of just prep. Like, last year was a giant prep for what we're about to do this year. So it was very exciting to kind of come into class my first day, coming from Timberland since I transferred. But, it was just very, very exciting to see a teacher, like, and I love Mr. McHugh, this ain't nothing on him, but see a teacher really enthused, have this whole fire under him, like, we're going to get advertisements on Twitter, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it's a giant change, it's a giant step forward into the right way where we're going. So I'm really, really optimistic about this TV channel that we're doing, this whole newscast every week, being out there, throwing our name out there,
I like it because my friends are in it, and I have a lot of friends in here, and I like to incorporate. I think that this class is like my family. It's a nice, warm environment, nice and safe, and I can trust people, and it's not like a place where I'm gonna hide and be afraid.
Why do you keep doing this show?
It's a hard answer to really explain softly. So, I'll go into a little bit of detail on it. When I first came to this school, I wasn't really excited about any of my other classes or even being around the students and stuff. I was mostly excited about this particular class because in my old school, we didn't really have classes like this. So I thought, it would be a great way to broaden my horizons. And me personally, I've always been obsessed with media and stuff like that. I've always had a knack for wanting to create videos and do things like that. So when I found out this class was available, I jumped on the chance to take it. I was in the right grade and all that stuff worked out. So I was happy that I was able to take it. And I've been in love ever since. I got to be a director of a show myself personally last year, and I love that. I got to write a couple of scripts. I got to do a music video with a couple of good friends in this class, and I really, really think that I found a passion for something, and I can continue to do this for the rest of my life and be happy.
Like I said before, I'm really enthused about, moving forward in the right place and stuff. And all that stuff we learned from last year about the different camera positions, how to announce yourself, how to talk, how to change your tone being an anchorman, how to take charge being a director and being all behind the scenes and stuff. We're all putting that into play this year. So it's very, very, I'm very hopeful that I will do very great putting what I learned last year into this new show that we're all going to put our blood and sweat.
I keep doing it because my friends are really nice, and and I shout out to my friend Devin. He's really nice, and and my other friend Sean and Christy and everybody. We're really close together. We're really nice as a sort of like I feel like a brotherhood is bonding between us, and it's something that I can look forward to doing when I'm when I'm older, trying to get a job.
Some big changes are in store for the TV program. And speaking of changes, the construction crews have made major progress as the library space is now gone and the new main entrance is under construction.
Yes, I noticed that as I drove up to the school. There seems to be a lot going on.
We're all excited to see some of the new spaces opening up throughout the year. I'm looking forward to seeing the new main entrance as well as the Performing Arts Center.
I was able to speak with Principal Collier and some students to get their take on the progress of the construction project. What started in 2014, now 2 years later, has affected a big part of our school. Today we asked our peers what they thought of the brand new renovation.
How's it been finding your way while the renovation is taking place?
It's been pretty good. I mean, it's not too hard to find a way around school. I mean, it's a little confusing because they took out the English hallway and now the library's gone and it's in a new room. But other than that, I mean, everything else is really the same and all my classrooms are where they need to be, so I guess it's okay.
It's not that difficult, but it's hard because I can't take like laps in the hallway anymore. I can't exactly, it's just because the library's all blocked off and TV room is practically inaccessible. We don't use it much anymore, and it's kind of too bad that it's taking place.
Well, I mean, if I could change anything, I would say I'd probably have finished the first project that they started the beginning of last year instead of moving on to doing the English hall and the library. I mean, I don't really know that much about what the plan is for the construction here at the school, but
I would definitely change the fact that there should be some sort of walkway through the library. There should definitely be some place to get through because people need to walk around, because I like walking around in the mornings, and there should be some sort of walkway to get to classes faster. That's one thing I would definitely change.
the change for this year isn't really that much different. I mean, last year I was coming in new. I hadn't been to the school before, so I didn't really see the school before the renovation started. So it's been pretty easy for me to adjust to the school and the renovations and everything. I'm more used to it than probably some other kids that have been here for a little while.
Well, it's definitely somewhat harder to get around, and only certain parts are, and back then only certain parts were blocked off, and now, like, practically the library's gone now, and it's tough.
We got a chance to interview Mrs. Collier, principal of Salem High School, and we asked her about the renovation.
Classrooms around because they will start demolishing underneath the forecourt gym. So we had to get the art classrooms out of there. We had to move woodworking, and unfortunately band and chorus were not ready for the start of school year, but they will be in October. So as soon as Mr. Clausen and Mrs. Peichman move into their new space, along with the locker rooms, we're currently using the old locker rooms. Once the new space is ready and they're out of there, then demolition on the old forecourt gym will start.
Mrs. Collier said that if you have any questions about the renovation or where you have to go for your classrooms, to contact her or to visit her in her office. Just make an appointment with Miss O'Sullivan. For now, this is Brenden Nault signing off.
Things seem to be progressing along nicely. One of my personal favorite things about Salem High School is the JRTC program. We were able to get some time to sit down with a few of the students and get their opinions on the program.
JROTC stands for Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. It's a program designed that takes place in high schools.
What is your part in the program?
I am the Cadet Command Chief or Senior Enlisted Advisor. I am currently the number 3 in the unit. So I work directly with the unit commander and Chief Tom Puzo and Major James Blazak, and running the operations of our unit and pretty much directing the entire cadet corps.
I'm the Chief of Public Affairs.
Which is the second highest enlisted rank you can be. So enlisted is anything from an airman basic to a cadet chief master sergeant. All of the cadet ranks are the same as the actual Air Force ranks, just with cadet in front of them. So officers are from second lieutenant all the way until cadet colonel.
It's designed to teach and develop leaders and citizens of character.
Oh, of course. Last year during Washington, D.C., we go for about a week, and in the time we're down there, we are only competing one day out of that week. The rest of the time we're touring the Capitol. We got a private tour of the Pentagon. We got to tour the Capitol building, and the best part is that we got to spend a lot of time at the pool in the hotel. We had chicken fights almost every day, and we almost got kicked out a few times. We have drill teams that meet every day around 6:30 in the morning. which is the only downside, but we offer armed exhibition teams, which is rifle spinning. If you've gone to any football games, the color guard that walks the flags at the beginning, that's us. We have different sports programs that we run. We have sort of a collegiate league in the unit. We go to Washington, D.C. every other year, and we have this thing called Camp Bell, which is happening this October. It's a high ropes course. We go out for the weekend, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, we have all sorts of extracurricular activities. Competition drill teams would be one. Color guard would be another. We also have a flight simulator program, and right now we're not doing it as of yet because the school's construction, but we have a civilian marksmanship program, but that'll take place once we get into new offices in about 2 years.
I play lacrosse and I'm on student council.
What are the benefits of the program?
What it benefits is what we teach in this program will you can keep with you the rest of your life no matter what you do. Whether it's you decide to go to college, join the military, or just go right into the workforce. Everything we teach will be beneficial to you.
Why would you recommend this to anybody who might be interested?
The unit's just a great place to be. The environment's really friendly. We're not like a sports team, but at the same time we are. We're a family. We're not just a group of people that work together. We're all friends. We hang out all the time.
I have a lot of friends in the program, and they got me to join with them.
I plan on enlisting in the U.S. Army within the next couple of years. The junior ROTC program will give me a head start and automatically put me from an E1 to an E3. I'll be making close to $10,000 more every year, and it's a lot of fun. Honestly, it's like a big family, so the setting itself is one of the key things that convinced me to join.
Sometimes helping with a review a job resume for a new job, ask me for recommendations for a new job, or sometimes they just come by and visit and I speak to other cadets. So really, I think it's how far we reach out and all the kids keep coming back year after year.
All right, thank you for your time.
It's great to hear what the students have to think and their opinions on an activity that interests them. Some people are camera shy, so sitting down with them and getting them to talk about their class or clubs they're enrolled in is challenging. But it is good to see young, free-minded individuals overcome a challenge as they speak to our reporters. Speaking of overcoming challenges, Salem High's very own football team has had their first 2 games. They have had their first 2 games and done pretty well.
They sure have, Brenden. Salem won against Manchester at Gill Stadium last weekend.
Wow, you see what I mean? It's amazing what people can overcome when they practice and put their all into it.
Of course, and speaking of the Blue Devils football team, we had some time to interview a few members and get their take on how the season's going. Let's take a look.
Football season is finally here, and what a better way to start it off with the first win of the season. Last week, Salem High School's varsity football team had their first game against Manchester and brought home a victory. We went inside to interview some of the players.
So, John, you and the varsity football team won against Manchester Central on Friday, right?
Yes, we did. We won.
How was Friday night's game against Manchester Central?
Friday night's game went well. There was some things that we could work on. There's some things that were really good as it was. We were going in there. Actually, they thought Manchester was going to beat us, so that kind of fired us up as a team. And we ended up coming out with a victory, which was good. The defense played well. Josh Sabanda, running back, he's new this year, had a great game and probably more games to come. So went well overall.
It was a good way to start the season. We won 28-13. We played really well both sides of the ball. It was a good chance to get some confidence going into the rest of the year.
So, next game, how do you think that's going to go based off of last game?
Concord's a great team. They got some big guys up front, but I think we're fired up, and I think we're just going to keep getting better. Coach is on us at practice, and the team's just been fired up and ready to go. I feel like we're taking each week in stride and just working hard at practice.
Yeah, especially after a win, we've been working really hard, so we're prepared for them.
How do you think this season is going to be as opposed to last season?
I think as a team, we're more together. Like, I believe last year the seniors were they did their own thing, but now I feel like we're more united as a team, and the guys love each other. Like, the locker room atmosphere is great. I don't know. I feel like we're a special group, and if we can work hard and get everything together, we could be good and maybe win a championship.
I think last year we had a really strong team. I think every year in Salem, the organization's just great. Coaching staff, top and bottom, we're a very close unit. I think we're going to be just great this year.
What has the team sort of done to bond and improve together?
The juniors and seniors share a locker room this year, so I feel like it's almost forced upon us to get to know each other and become friends. And team dinner is always a tradition. We always get together before the games Thursday nights and just kind of hang out, have a good time, joke around, that kind of stuff.
Just working hard at practice every day, doing our best, and just playing as a team, everyone together, knowing for themselves, you know what I mean?
After interviewing some of the players, we sat down with assistant coach Mr. Kelleher to get his insight on how this season is going.
Every position needs to improve, obviously, but I think the boys up front have been getting a lot of practice on improving the things that they need to do. Obviously, we had some good production out of Josh Sabanda and James LeBlanc, but for us to move forward against better competition, we would need a full effort from the whole team.
And what kind of training does a team do?
Well, I mean, we, go through agility drills and, a lot of sprinting. There's a lot of good station work that goes on in our individual sessions, and then when we come together as a team, all that gets put together.
So, would you say that this season is going to go well as opposed to last season? Would you say it's going to be better based off of what you've seen so far at the practice and the game?
Last season went very well, and we made the playoffs, lost in the first round to a tough Exeter team, and I see this team as pretty equal to that team, and I think it's progressing very similar to last year.
What does the team do to sort of build that bond and work together to become a team that can play a game and effectively?
They spend a lot of time in practice, so there's a lot that goes on there as far as team bonding, but also they'll spend once a week at somebody's house for a team dinner, and they did that last night, and they had it orchestrated each week. They go to another person's house for a team dinner, so that's something they do outside of football.
Well, sounds like you have a really good group this season. Good luck with tonight's game.
Thank you very much.
The boys sure seem to be doing a great job this season. This concludes today's segment on the Salem High School varsity football team. Stay tuned to our show for more sports segments in the future.
To find out more about sports and upcoming games, make sure to go to SBDTV on Twitter.com.
Well, I can't deny these athletes of tomorrow truly have a heart. What about you, Devin? So far, do you think that our boys are heading in the right direction?
I do believe that the team is off to a great start.
Yeah, well, with a coach like Coach Pike and a team leader like Misha, we can expect great things.
And speaking of leaders, FBLA is back being advised by Miss Brady on Wednesdays at 2:15 in room V201.
If you're interested in the future business leaders of America, you must have a good head on your shoulders. If that's so, then you might consider looking into peer tutoring every Tuesday and Thursday at 2:20 in the counseling offices. Ms. Gauthier will be in charge of this after-school help. Pick up your flyer from Guidance Today.
Make sure you do that. And as well, if you have any questions or concern, take time out of your class and contact your guidance counselor today.
Also, the Science Club is back again this year, meeting on the first and third Wednesdays of every month in room 132 at 2:15.
Miss Lambert will be in charge of that club. And speaking of science, SHS this year will be offering a robotics club for the first semester. It will be on every Tuesday at 2:20 p.m. in room V203, and it is being advised by Mr. Seaman.
Mayi and Tara sat down with Miss Monterosa this week to get some more information on another club, the Keep Club. Let's see what she has to say.
Many students of Salem High School are part of an amazing community service club known as Key Club. Key Club is a teen version of Kiwanis Club. We were able to get some inside scoop from the advisor and some students.
What is one event that Key Club does every year?
Our biggest event every year has got to be the Make-A-Wish dinner, benefit dinner. So we have a bunch of raffles, we have a nice dinner, and last year we got everything donated as far as food and raffles, and we were able to send $10,000 to the New Hampshire Make-A-Wish Foundation, so that was phenomenal, yeah. So, club was initially founded to be the key members of the school, and it's just a community service group. All we do is community service, and it's all, you know, in this community, whether it's helping little kids or playing games at Greystone with the elderly, or you know, our Make-A-Wish, or other different activities that we do during the year.
Out of all the events, which one would you say is your favorite?
I think my favorite has got to be N68 Hours. And the reason being, and if you're not familiar with N68 Hours, it was a big eye-opener for me because there are kids in our community who, you know, the circumstances that their families are going through, they may not have food over the weekends. So Key Club helps put together that food, and then the program, they drop off the food or have it collected so that the kids can have kid-friendly food each weekend. And I think that's important, you know, kind of a basic need for the kids, and they're all kid-friendly food, whether it's peanut butter and jelly or fruit or crackers or soups and stuff like that. And a lot of kids are being served by this, and it was a big eye-opener for me, and it's great. Yeah, everyone comes together and helps pack. So
I joined Key Club because I like to help people, and being a part of my community is something I've been taught since I was young, so definitely helping out would be.
I joined Key Club because some of my family members were in Key Club when they were in high school, and also because I love helping my community.
With your commitment to the club and being an impact in so many lives, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel great because like every week we help like families who don't have like enough food over the weekend, and then we do things like for Make-A-Wish, and then we do Thanksgiving baskets. So it really helps, like it feels good to help the community.
Well, what I think the most important thing is that we're talking about kids that are 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, and it's just amazing when they all come together, when we all come together, they, you know, do fabulous things. It's absolutely incredible what they've been able to achieve. So they work so hard, especially with the Make-A-Wish dinner and all the events that we do. So very proud of everybody.
Key Club is a great way to help others and be part of your community. If you're looking for a club to join, attend Key Club's first meeting on September 12th in room 212 at 7 a.m.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Salem BDTV, and also be sure to look out for our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all things SHS you might have missed. I'm Brenden Nault.
And I'm Devin Norris. Thanks for watching. To make sure you tune in next week, and have a great day, Salem High.